people who may or may not be allowed to enter Australia. Now that Donald Trump is a convicted felon, he will need, would you believe it, special approval from our federal government to come here if he is sentenced to more than 20 months behind bars.
So the Prime Minister was asked whether or not he would grant Trump a visa, but he wasn't keen to commit. Instead, he just dodged the issue altogether.
It is important that the Prime Minister of Australia not comment. We're not a party to these court proceedings.
I can't believe that Donald Trump was really convicted. Wow. Hey Veracity, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl VeraMoore, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today guys, we're going to be reacting to Sky News Australia, and we have Donald Trump receives standing ovation with UFC arena entrance. Let's go on.
We regard that as a matter for the United States and their system, as we regard the election of the US president.
You know, it's fascinating. We've just been talking here about foreign-born criminals like pedophiles, murderers and rapists who, they're allowed to stay here. Of course, we give them a free pass, roam the streets, do whatever you want. But when it comes to Donald Trump, no.
Who made a bookkeeping error?
Who made a bookkeeping error? Oh, no. You might have to get a visa to enter Australia. I mean, if those are the sort of conditions, why would he even want to ever come here? America is, James, our closest ally. Can you imagine what a farce that would be to say to the president in the event that Trump is indeed re-elected? No, hang on a second. Would you mind filling out some more paperwork just to do your due diligence? And then we'll decide whether or not we want to actually bring you here.
Yeah. We want your nuclear technology for our submarines. we just don't want your president visiting our shores or your presumptive president. But this is typical of the way that Anthony Albanese and his government have started treating our allies. Think Israel, where Anthony Albanese refused to comment on the ICC's decision to go after Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of the only liberal democracy in the Middle East and our ally. And there was a report last week about the fact Ukraine asked Australia for urgent coal to help them with their energy needs through winter 6 months ago, haven't had a reply yet. So Australia aren't exactly great right now at the way we treat our allies. But I think Albanese will be dreading a Trump visit to Australia, because can you imagine how small Anthony Albanese will look beside Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Regardless of what you think about Trump, the man is a leader. I don't think Anthony Albanese wants to stand beside him because the...
But there's something I do not understand. Trump has never had a criminal record. All through his 78 years, all through his years, he has never had a criminal record. So why is it now that he's been elected for president, these things are happening? I smell something fishy. Something is definitely going on. Why is it when he's running for presidency, that is when we are now seeing criminal charges? It is crazy. It is absurd. Let's go on.
Contrast will be stark.
Absolutely, and you could tell the other day when a number of politicians here in Australia were actually asked, what do you think of the Donald Trump verdict? They were remaining very coy. You had Penny Wong, you had, of course, Anthony Albanese, not saying too much, but you can imagine behind closed doors, they'd be smiling about this. They would be secretly happy about this conviction.
All Anthony Albanese had to say was, whoever the next president of the United States is, they will always be welcome in Australia. Australia is a great friend of the United States, no matter who the leader is.
Correct.
Problem solved. But instead he fudged. Why would he fudge?
Why would he fudge? Exactly. But it's quite interesting to see now how America has been reacting to this verdict. Now, Donald Trump this afternoon, he went to a UFC fight. Just have a look at the reception that he got.
Donald Trump is in the building, and the former president getting a standing ovation.
Boy, the round of applause he's getting right now is pretty staggering. And you had to imagine that's what was going to happen.
Wow.
Now, that is an entire arena full of people all giving Donald Trump a standing ovation. And it makes you think, he's always had an ironclad base, James. We know this. His supporters have stood by him from the very beginning. All of his legal battles, they've said, it's nothing more than a witch hunt. But that in itself just proves they haven't deserted him, despite this conviction, that they are rooting for him.
Oh, despite his conviction, people are actually giving him handshakes. They are all giving him a standing ovation. Like, There are a lot of people in there, and they are all giving him a standing ovation despite his conviction. Wow. Despite his conviction, they are giving him a standing ovation. Now, that is real love out there. This means these people, they will ride and die with Donald Trump. They are ready to, go any length for him. They truly support him. The love is real. It's genuine. Oh my God. They're going to make me cry. This is true love. Oh my goodness. He has such a strong fan base. Let's go on.
No matter what.
And the reason they're rooting for him is because they know that they are the kind of people the Democrats despise, and they understand the attack on Trump is not so much an attack on Trump, it's an attack on middle America, whom the Democrats hate. And so that's why they're for Trump. Regardless of what you think about Trump, he's crass, he's boorish, he's all of those things, but he represents the average American, whom we know the Democrats just despise.
Well, you would think that Joe Biden's camp, if they were to look at this vision, they would be extremely concerned by this, because they're probably thinking to themselves, oh, it's over, like he's lost all of his supporters, they're going to flip the switch somehow. But I think you'd be quite worried. But in the end, when we look at that case altogether, it was very convoluted. If you look at the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, he even said that he used a law that hasn't been used before just to get Trump's conviction, which is extraordinary. So realistically, Donald Trump didn't stand a chance from the very beginning.
Of course not.
Wow.
But I mean, the response of the crowd at the UFC, that's why they had to go after him and use legal contortions to try to throw Trump out of the race, because they know how popular he is. If Joe Biden's 81 million Americans, if he's that popular, why are they going to such extreme lengths to try and remove Trump?
Correct.
You've got to ask that question.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Donald Trump has the strongest support team ever. I mean, despite his conviction, people are still willing to go all out for him. They still want to vote for him. They still love him. I can feel the love. The love is so genuine. I know Biden will be like, okay, since this has happened, Biden and his team, they'll be so happy that, okay, since he has been convicted, that's the end. Unfortunately, it seems like the love just grew stronger. There'll be trials and tribulation. When they see that, oh, you're about to surface, it's so evident that Donald Trump is going to emerge as the winner. He's going to become the president. And so, I don't know. I don't want to start calling names. We don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, why he was convicted. But I'm sure it must be the, opposing team. So they're like, don't just move him out of the picture. Unfortunately, people are still waiting for. Imagine them giving him a standing ovation. Someone who has been convicted. I am so proud of America right now. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are making us proud. What are your takes on this? What do you guys think about this video? What do you think about Trump being convicted? What are your takes? Drop your comment down below. I totally enjoyed this one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up, and please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, join VeraCity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.